The Samsung S90F was already an exceptional gaming OLED with 144Hz support, extremely fast response, VRR, and the deep blacks that make dark game worlds look incredible. So the Samsung S90H faces a difficult question. What can 165Hz and glare-free actually add to an experience that was already this good? The answer is more complicated than the numbers suggest, and one of those upgrades matters far more than the other. Starting with responsiveness, both TVs are excellent choices for gaming because OLED pixels can change extremely quickly, keeping rapid camera movements, racing games, shooters, and competitive titles remarkably clear. Combined with low-latency gaming modes, controls feel immediate on both models, which means neither television is likely to make you feel as though you are sacrificing responsiveness. The S90F supports gaming up to 144 Hz with compatible PC hardware, while the newer S90H increases that ceiling to 165 Hz. That sounds like a meaningful generational jump, but whether you actually benefit depends heavily on what you connect to the television. For PS5 and Xbox Series X, the difference is effectively irrelevant because current consoles are designed around gaming modes up to 120 Hz. Both Samsung TVs already provide more refresh rate capability than those consoles require, so I would never recommend paying substantially more for the S90H simply because 165 Hz appears on the specification sheet. PC gaming is where the newer model gains a legitimate advantage. If you have a powerful graphics card capable of producing frame rates above 140 FPS at 4K or lower resolutions, the S90H provides slightly more refresh rate headroom, which could appeal to competitive players who want every possible advantage. For most people, however, the difference between 144 Hz and 165 Hz will be considerably less dramatic than moving from 60 Hz to 120 Hz. Both televisions also give you VRR, which may matter much more during real gameplay because demanding games rarely maintain a perfectly stable frame rate. Matching the screen more closely to changing frame rates can reduce tearing and make movement feel smoother, particularly during graphically intense scenes. Picture quality is another reason these TVs work so well for gaming, because every OLED pixel can control its own light. Dark caves, nighttime cities, shadowy interiors, and space environments can achieve genuine black without the blooming that often surrounds HUD elements or bright objects on mini LED displays. HDR highlights such as explosions, neon signs, sunlight, and reflections can then stand out dramatically against those dark backgrounds. Before choosing between them, check the current prices through the links in the description, because a large discount on the S90F could make the older TV a much smarter gaming purchase. There is one gaming concern shared by both models, and that is OLED image retention. Modern protection systems have improved significantly, but someone who plays the same title for extremely long periods with static health bars, maps, or menus should still use sensible habits and avoid leaving static game screens displayed unnecessarily. Now we get to the upgrade that I think matters more than 165 Hz, glare-free on the Samsung S90H. Gaming sessions do not always happen in a perfectly dark room, and reflections can be especially distracting in games with dark environments. If a window, lamp, or bright object appears across the screen, perfect OLED blacks become much less impressive because you are looking at the reflection instead of the game. The S90H's glare-free treatment addresses that problem directly, making the newer television more versatile for daytime and mixed-light gaming. That changes my buying decision much more than the refresh rate increase. If you mainly play PS5 or Xbox Series X in a controlled room and the S90F is significantly cheaper, I would choose the Samsung S90F. You still get outstanding OLED contrast, excellent responsiveness, VRR, and more refresh rate capability than either console requires. If you game during the day, use a powerful PC, or the price difference between the two models is relatively small, I would choose the Samsung S90H. Glare-free improves the experience in situations you may encounter every day, while 165 Hz provides additional flexibility for high-end PC gaming. If both TVs were selling at similar prices, my choice would clearly be the Samsung S90H. But if the S90F receives a substantial discount, it remains such a capable gaming OLED that paying considerably more for the newer model becomes difficult to justify. If you would like to check today's price, availability, or read buyer reviews, you will find the links in the description below.